Hi children, how are you? Glad to be with you. I am Chilkamarti Padmaja, English teacher from Chinaganjam, Bapatla district. I am dealing with classics, English supplementary reader, lesson number 4, Tanzan. Here is the biographical sketch of the greatest musician of Akbar period, Tansen. At first, he was a naughty boy like you. Let us see how did he become famous later. We may see the overview of the lesson. We shall overview the lesson as reading comprehension, reading activity and questions and answers. Have a look at the objectives of the lesson. Learning objectives. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to describe the main characters in the story Tansen using adjectives. Recognize the greatness of the great personalities of India. State the reasons for Tansen, a naughty boy who became a great singer. Summarize the events that took place in the life of Tansen. Read and identify the message that the story of Tansen conveys about the importance of being talented. Express their opinion about the greatest personalities of India. Read and comprehend the message conveyed in the story Tansen. We will hop into the life of Tansen. Reading comprehension. Model reading. Dear children, this supplementary reader lesson is for fun reading. So, you have to read it on your own and understand it. For your ease of reading, I will read the first passage of the lesson with some pauses as model reading. Whenever I stop my reading, you may read along with me. Like that, you may read the following passages also. Tansen. You may have heard the name of Tansen, the greatest musician our country has produced. A singer called Mukundan Mishra and his wife lived in Behat near Gwalior. Tansen was their only child. It is said that he was a naughty child. Often he ran away to play in the forest and soon learned to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. A famous singer named Swami Haridas was once traveling through the forest with his disciples. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. Tansen saw them. Strangers in the forest, he said to himself. It will be fun to frighten them. He hid behind a tree and roared like a tiger. The little group of travelers scattered in fear. But Swami Haridas called them together. Don't be afraid, he said. Tigers are not always dangerous. Let us look for this one. Suddenly, one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. There are no tigers here, master, he said. Only this naughty boy. Glossary for the second passage. I read each word and its meanings 2 times. You may listen carefully for the first time and repeat when I will read second time. This is meant for your pronunciation practice. At the end of reading glossary, observe the adjectives that are told. Punish, hurt, beat. Punish, hurt, beat. Naughty, playful, mischievous. Naughty, playful, mischievous. Talented, skilled, expert, gifted. Talented, skilled, expert, gifted. Holy man, sage, yogi, religious person. Holy man, sage, yogi, religious person. Adjectives: naughty, talented, great, dying, holy. Glossary for the next part of the second passage. Devoted, committed, pay attention, give respects. Devoted, committed, pay attention, give respects. Impressed, effective, impressed, effective. Disciple, student, follower. Disciple, student, follower. Insisted, forced, demanded. Insisted, forced, demanded. Adjectives: great, 5, musical, famous. Dear children, we may switch over to the glossary for next passage. Glossary for the third passage. Favorite, dear, beloved, pet. Favorite, dear, beloved, pet. Emperor, king of kings. Emperor, king of kings. Practice, verb, repeat, exercise. Practice, verb, repeat, exercise. Courtiers, an attendant at the court. Courtiers, an attendant at the court. Jealous, envious. Jealous, envious. Many, favorite, any, jealous, bright, hot, good are adjectives from this part of the passage. Glossary for next part of the third passage. Properly, correctly, properly, correctly, disobey, deny, not to follow, disobey, deny, not to follow, of course, yes, certainly, of course, yes, certainly, downcast, sad, depressed, downcast, sad, depressed, the greatest, well, my, downcast, unhappy, alight, same, our, her, to are some of the adjectives mentioned in the passage. Dear children, we may switch over to glossary for next passage. Glossary for the fourth passage. Legend. A famous person. Legend. A famous person. Appointed. Appointed. Chose. Set. Appointed. Chose. Set. Assembled. Gathered. Met. Assembled. Gathered. Met. Audience. Public. People attending a show. Audience. Public. People attending a show. Perspiration. Sweating. Perspiration. Sweating. Appointed. Warm. Entire are adjectives mentioned in the passage. Glossary for the last passage. Suffering, pain, torture. Suffering, pain, torture. Rejoiced, celebrated. Felt happiness. Rejoiced, celebrated. Felt happiness. Composed, formed, made. Composed, formed, made. Pilgrimage, a trip to a holy place. Pilgrimage, a trip to a holy place. Suffering, entire, new are some of the adjectives. Dear children, watch the video of the summary of the lesson Tansen. Tansen was a famous Indian musician. There was a village, Behat, near Gwalior. A singer, Mukundan Mishra, and his wife were living in Behat. Tansen was their only child. In his childhood, he was naughty but very wise and talented. He used to go to the forest with his friends and imitated the sounds of animals and birds perfectly. When he was 10 years old, on one day, Tansen saw Swami Haridas and his disciples in the forest. Then he wanted to frighten them by roaring like a tiger. But they found him behind the bushes and caught him. Swami Haridas observed Tansen's talent to imitate. Without punishing him, Swami Haridas went to Tansen's house. With his parents' permission, Swami Haridas took away Tansen to make him a good singer. Tansen learnt Indian classical music from his guru for 11 years and became a great singer of his time. During this time, his parents died. According to his father's dying wish, he visited a holy man, Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. When he stayed with him, often he was taken to Rani Mrugnaini's court. There he married Husseini. They had 5 children who were all very musical. As he became famous, an opportunity led him to join the Emperor Akbar's court in 1556. Akbar liked his music very much and used to call him to sing at any time, means day or night. Sometimes he would visit Tansen's house in order to listen to his music. He gave him many gifts. His growing popularity and Akbar's attention towards him made Shaukat Miah and other courtiers jealous of him. So they planned to ruin him. Shaukat Miah gave an idea that they would go to Akbar and ask him to test Tansen by ordering him to sing Ragam Deepak. Then someone asked him, how could that help them? He answered that if Raga Deepak would be sung correctly, it would make the air so hot to light the lamps as well as burn the singer into ashes. They followed the plan. They went to Akbar and convinced him to test Tansen's talent in music. Hence, Akbar called Tansen and ordered him to sing that raga. Tansen asked for some time to perform the Raga Deepak. He knew the effect of singing Raga Deepak, but he was unable to say no to the emperor. He went home unhappily and shared the trouble with his wife. Thoughtfully, he got an idea that if someone could sing Raga Megh at the same time properly, it would bring rain. He knew the proper persons to sing Raga Megh. They were his daughter Saraswati and her friend Rupavati. Then he trained them to sing Raga Megh perfectly for few weeks. On the appointed day, Tansen started to sing the Raga Deepak before the whole town assembly. The air became hot. People started sweating. Leaves dried and fell on the ground. Water began boiling and birds died. People were crying in fear when the lamps were lit. As soon as the lamps were lit, Saraswati and Rupavati started singing Raga Megh. The sky was immediately clouded and the rain began pouring down. That's how Tansen saved his life with his wisdom. He remained as Akbar's court singer till his death in 1585. During his lifetime, he composed several new ragas. After his death, a tomb was built in Gwalior as a place of musicians' pilgrimage. Let's check your comprehension by answering the questions as follows. Questions and answers. Type A. Fill in the blank with suitable word. Tansen, the greatest dash our country has produced. Your time starts now. Yes, you are right, children. Congratulations. Answer is musician. Questions and answers. Type B. True or false? Tansen was the second child of his parents. True or false? Think and give me the answer. Good. Your answer is correct. Answer is false. Give them a big applause. Questions and answers. Type C. Match the following. Contents of column A and column B. Column A. A. Tansen. B. Mukundan Mishra. C. Muhammad Ghaus. D. Akbar. Column B. First one, Emperor. Second one, Holy Man. Third one, Singer. Fourth one, Great Musician. Hello children. Take time to give the answers. Please note down the numbers of column B before the correct answers for the column A contents and rearrange them according to the column A contents. Check your answers, children. Column A. A. Tansen. Answer is 4. Great musician. B. Mukundan Mishra. Answer is 3. Singer. C. Muhammad Ghaus. Answer is 2. Holy Man. D. Akbar. Answer is 1. Emperor. Very good children. You did nicely. Along with questions from the reader, here are some more questions for examination purpose. Prepare answers for those questions, cross-check with your friends, and then show to your teacher to correct your mistakes. Children, here are some questions from the reader for the examination purpose. Prepare answers for those questions, cross-check with your friends, and then show to your teacher to correct your mistakes. Children, these are some extra questions for the purpose of examination. You may go through the lesson thoroughly and write the answers in your notebooks. Show to your teachers for correction. Children, I think you have noted down the questions in your notebooks.